Welcome. So we're doing a bit more Dominaria United Sealed this week. I've done 4 sealed events so far, and I've gone about 50-50. I had one champion deck and then 3 disappointing decks, basically. Right. I think the plan is I'm going to alternate between best of 1 and best of 3, just to get a bit of variety going. So, what we have here, we have a land, first of all. Very, very happy to see the Pain lands. I'm sort of building up my collection of these. Probably once I've finished with sealed events, the plan is to just complete, just to wildcard the Pain lands as and when I need them. But not before I've finished, obviously, the sealed events. We have a multicoloured card here. We have Shanna Purifying Blade, which I've seen before. And I guess there's a chance we'll play green, white, blue, because we've got a couple of blue spells, a couple of green spells. This is just solid. I mean, a 3/3 lifelink, and it can draw cards equal to the amount of life you've gained. Pretty powerful. I mean, we want to be playing this if at all possible. Defiler of Vigor is the best Defiler out there. 6/6 trample for 5. And basically you can cast your green permanents with 2 life instead of one of the green mana symbols. So for example, this could help you cast Shanna for white, blue and 2 life. And has this ridiculous effect. Whenever you cast a green permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So this is an effect we're familiar with from Broker's Ascendancy from New Capenna. So I think there's a very high chance we're going to be trying to play this with as many green permanents as possible. We have one good one there. But yeah, it has to be a green permanent spell. So this one is a sorcery. Domain. Create a 3/3 green beast creature token for each basic land type among lands you control. So 7 mana. Potentially you're getting 5 3/3 creatures. That's the ceiling of the card. But it is 7 mana, and then for 2 mana, discard Herd Migration, search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle, and gain 3 life. So it's a good sort of, it's like a channel ability from Kamigawa. You can discard it to do something useful. So that's a really, really good card we're going to want to play. So green looks very playable. It's going to help us cast Shanna as well. And then blue, we've got the Academy Lawmaster, double blue, for a 2/3. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player may draw an additional card. If they do, spells they cast this turn cost 2 more to cast. Well, this seems a bit dubious, so it's like a Howling Mine. It helps both players draw cards. I guess, alright, the idea is you're playing a blue spells deck with where everything's instant speed. So you're only going to cast all your spells on your opponent's turn. That's what this is all about. So it's supposed to be. The idea is your opponent's not going to want to tax himself. So you've got a one-way Howling Mine. So it's kind of interesting, that. But I don't think it's going to be usable. We can't play probably can't play a double blue card. And it's not going to actually help us more than the opponent, because we're not going to have a deck built around this. I'm guessing we won't have enough instant spells and flash spells for this to make any sense. We've got Silver Scrutiny, so this is a really cool flash spell. You can, if X is 3 or less, so you can draw 3 cards at the end of your opponent's turn. Really good card, so we want to be playing this if possible. Right, so now we'll just we'll go through the rest of our cards. We'll just what I usually look for are evasion creatures, removal cards, card advantage, and mana fixing. And I think I like the Automatic Librarian. I think Scry 2 is basically card advantage. It's card selection. Meteorite's pretty expensive, but it fits the bill. It fits the bill. It does removal. It's not quite so useful at mana fixing, because it costs 5. Shield Wall Sentinel. It is card advantage. But what we'll do is we'll search for defenders right now and just see what the defender situation looks like. Okay, this destroys defenders. So that's interesting. We've actually got 2 blue defender cards. The Academy Wall, I think, is one of the best ones. It lets you draw and discard whenever you cast a spell, an instant or sorcery. This mills your opponent. The most defenders we'd play would be about 5, I guess. This is kind of useful as well. So let's actually include our defenders for the moment. And we'll look at the white cards. Excuse me. Right. So, yeah. We don't include the Juniper Order Root Weaver. But it's quite efficient if it's a 3/3 for 3. We've got the Pump Knight, Resolute Reinforcements. And we've got 2 copies of that. I think because this is at flash speed, and you get 2 1/1s, I quite like this. It's sort of effectively a removal card. Take up the shield. This creates a creature, so anything that makes 2 creatures I think is pretty good. Right, this pumps creatures. This can tap 2 things down, and it's a cantrip. So I think this is quite powerful. Stall for time. Coalition Skyknight has flying and enlist, so that's really good. Griffin Protector also has flying. And we've got the Phalanx as well. Okay, so probably about 7 playables in white. Well, 7 that stand out, and then I think we'd add Knight of Dawn's Light, because that's just a good, efficient creature. Definitely playable. Then if you look at blue, oh wow, we've got 2 combat research. So this is one of those, when this creature deals combat damage, draw a card. If you give it to a legendary creature, it gets +1/+1 and ward 1. So this is pretty amazing. We need some cheap flyers and some cheap unblockables with this. Pixie Illusionist fits the bill. That would be fantastic. Okay, that's a protection spell, which that might be fantastic with combat research, actually. I wouldn't usually include this, but I think it's got so much synergy. Because we're going to be piling up a lot of resources onto one card. So this is when Shore Up starts to look really good. Yeah, we don't think we play the Lawmaster. Haunting Figment can be unblockable. We like that. Yeah, Impulse is good. Yeah, I think Phyrexian Espionage is pretty good. Tolarian Geyser is really good. Okay, this kind of gives you a bit of card selection rather than card advantage. You can put something on the top of your library. It's kind of good. Sure, I think we include that. The Micromancer lets you get a mana value 1 instant or sorcery. That's kind of limiting. So I could find you the Shore Up. We could just do a quick search, actually, can't we? Instants or sorceries that cost 1. Urborg Repossession, Flowstone Infusion, Strength of the Coalition. Oh wow, that one's quite good. So, yeah, potentially Micromancer might be playable. It's probably just going to be a Hill Giant. We might play a couple of 1-cost cards though, 1-cost spells. Oh, Tidepool Turtle, I like that. So that can do a bit of scrying. Sure. Silver Scrutiny, of course, is fantastic. I think probably we don't include Micromancer. Let's just cut that for the moment. Okay, black mana, Urborg Repossession. Yep, so that's definitely good. It's card advantage. So you get to, this lets you scry when a creature dies. I think that's kind of good. That's kind of good. Splatter Goblin is okay, but maybe not that good. Aggressive Sabotage. Yeah, so yep, they discard 2 cards and you can do them 3 damage. Not for that interested about that in that card. Choking Miasma. Yeah, that's really good. That's a pretty decent sweeper. Shadow Prophecy, some quite good card draw, really. That's removal. That makes a creature that's got flying. Okay. Single Vampire that grows. Red, we've got removal. Discard and draw is pretty good. Removal. Yeah, I think I include Smash to Dust. 1 damage to every creature they control is solid. This is discard and draw 2. It's pretty decent, but I think I'll leave it out for the moment. Right, Berserker is good. That's a really good death trigger. That can definitely get a 2 for 1. This has got trample, so that's evasion. We like that. Enthrall to the Pit seems really good. It's the temporarily gain control of a creature, but then you've got the built-in kicker that can sacrifice it. Usually you want, in previous sets, you'd have to combo the 2 cards together, but it's got everything in one here. Firenado, 5 damage is good. Oh, look at this. 4 Merria's Outriders. That's 4/4 reach for 5 mana. And it does direct damage. You could almost build an entire deck around getting out the Merria's Outriders. Because it's like a removal spell. It's going to take out one of his flyers. That's pretty awesome, really. We'll go to green. I think I do like Strength of the Coalition, so +1/+1 counter on every creature is very powerful. Like the Brawler has trample, so that's evasion, that's good. Bog Badger gives evasion. That's good as well. I think we skip Broken Wings. Sometimes it just doesn't find a target. Deathbloom Gardener is ramp. That helps us mana fix. And it's got Death Touch, so it's like a removal spell. I think that's a very good green card. I mean, it's only 1/1, but yeah, the only problem with Deathbloom Gardener, it will die to smash to dust. Yeah, 3 mana creature for 1 that only has 1 toughness is a bit weak, but it's definitely good. Magnigoth Sentry, right, has reach, is good. Defiler of Vigor is ridiculously good. Third Migration is awesome. Okay, I'll look at all of the multicoloured creatures together. Okay, we've got they're probably all going to be awesome actually. Rona, Shieldred's Faithful. Yeah, this can come back from the graveyard by discarding 2 cards. And it's got an instant and sorcery trigger. I think that's very good. Lagamos makes a 2/1 elemental every turn. It's pretty powerful. Bortuk Bonerattle, just that brings a creature back into play. It reanimates a creature based on domain. Mana value equal to the domain amount. Really powerful card. Good card advantage. Talking of putting +1/+1 counters on your creatures, this guy can pump up your low toughness creatures. He's pretty insane, really. Good way to improve your Deathbloom Gardeners, for example. And you want to tap him to enlist something, I guess, rather than attack, so you're not risking him. Then we've got, of course, Tatyova, Steward of Tides, which once you've got 7 or more lands, all of your lands become 3/3 elemental creatures with haste. And land creatures you control high flying as well. That's insane. And then we've got Shanna to go with it. We'll just add these lands in. Okay, so just to recap, so we've got 81 cards we've decided to look at. Wow, we've got 18 blue cards we picked. What we initially wanted to do was play Shanna with the two really good green cards, Herd Migration, Defiler of Vigor. I think we can still do that. I think green looks quite strong. That green can kind of mana fix for us. We've got Deathbloom Gardeners. We've got the Herd Migration as well to find a basic land. I think that's probably about it. So got to decide. I mean, blue looks. I mean, there's 18 good blue cards here. I think combat research is pretty insane. And okay, Pixie Illusionist can also mana fix by changing your lands into different types of basic land. So maybe we're looking for blue-green with a splash of white for Shanna. Yeah, the two of the black cards I notice are double black. Extinguish the Light, checking miasma. Yeah, I think we cut black in that case. I don't think we can make black work. Not really enough good cards. Lagomos is really good. Chop that, chop that, chop that. Okay. Bortuk Bonerattle is... I'm going to say it's splashable as a black card. What about red? We've got the Formerius Outriders, which seems crazy. Maybe splashable as well. You also have Lightning Strike, Flowstone Infusion. So yeah, let's cut red as well. If we go heavily into domain, we might consider the Merius Outriders. Okay, so that's the probably the three colours we want to play. Probably cut the Sulphurous Springs because we don't need this colour of mana, and unfortunately it doesn't provide any basic land types. But we can see very good to have two white-blue lands. The Sunlit Marsh lets us splash black for Bortuk Bonerattle, which is good. And it looks like, yeah, we've got blue-red and red-green, so we've got potential to splash red. There's some, yeah, there's definitely some domain potential here. So this is covering all of the land types. I think I'll go ahead and cut the Defender part of the deck. Don't think that's what we're doing. And we don't have the really nice green Defender that searches for basic land. I think we just look at what the deck looks like with kind of, if we just minimize the number of white cards here. Though I'd consider Stall for Time. Maybe we can splash for Stall for Time. Probably Tsar Ojanen. We can splash for. we might not be able to play the kicker on Bog Badger very easily. But a 3/3 for 3 is okay. I think I'll call it end of part 1 there. That's a start. We've trimmed the deck down. Unfortunately, we've trimmed all of the 2-drops from the deck. It's all 3-drops, 13 3-drops. Let's actually have a quick look at blue and green and see if there's anything. Yeah, green didn't get any 2-drops really, did it? Apart from, yeah, Nishoba Brawler. We've got the Coral Colony, could be a decent wall. Well, we probably... Yeah, I'm thinking of dropping the Bog Badgers, but... No. Okay. Maybe Stall for Time is a luxury we can't afford. Same for Automatic Librarian. Maybe the Bog Badgers go away. And we could probably drop the Meteorites and something else. Probably, yeah. Maybe Phyrexian Espionage. Nice bit of card draw there. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. That's something to go on. So yeah, I'll call it end of part 1 there, and have a think. Thanks for watching so far, and welcome back. So I have tinkered with the deck. I couldn't decide what to do, so we have gone up to 50 cards. So I've added. I mean, I was looking at the mana situation here. We're going for a 5-color domain deck. I decided we probably need both Meteorites just for a little bit of late game mana fixing. We're trying to cast 4 colors of spells in the deck. It's a little bit of extra removal that could take out a flyer, so I think it's worth it. And I added the Librarian back in for a bit of scrying. What else did we add? We added the two white flyers. Seem to make a lot of sense with combat research. Yeah, the Bog Badgers are in. So I think it's just good as a 3/3 for 3. And what else did we add? Yeah, that's about it. I've been looking at the land, so in 50 cards we have 8 blue sources in the lands and 9 green sources, and then just a smattering. We've actually we do have 5 white sources. The lands worked out quite well for us there, and 3 black sources, and we just have a couple of the mountain tap lands. We decided I can't really find room for Meria's Outrider. I mean, there's an argument you could play JS Fionado. We're very, very low on removal cards here. We've got Tolarian Geyser. And what else? That's might be it. Well, the 2 meteorites, and that's about it. So we sort of hope we can outrace my opponent, and maybe with the help from one of my one life linker, we'll see how that goes. Tolarian Geyser is kind of useful, that gains you 3 life, but yeah. Yeah, I'll just have to see how this goes. I think this is the more interesting selection of cards to play. We'll see how it works out. I'll be interesting to see if I can just fix my mana really and cast my spells. Actually, yeah, let's take it off there. So, yeah, this is what we left out from blue. I was thinking about Phyrexian Espionage, extra card draw spell, but it was I thought I'd rather have the Automatic Librarian, just doing some scrying, putting another body on the board. Stall for Time is pretty good as well, but we don't have enough white to cast that consistently. And in green, we've pretty much played everything. I ended up dropping Strength of the Coalition. I always like having more creatures than my combat tricks. This is a pretty good one, and it's kind of playable as well. But I've got too many cards. I need to devote a lot of cards to just mana fixing, really. Yeah, as well. So we'll just see how this goes, and I'm fully prepared for this to be another 0-3. Add that to the decks. That is a lot of tap lands. Good news, we've got white and blue. We have black. We do not have green. That's a little issue. This is our important aura, but we do not... Well, we have one creature to go with it, but it's a creature we can't cast. We do have a Meteorite for turn 5 to get green mana, potentially. And the Brawler will be... I guess it'll have 4 power when we've played all these lands. And we do have a Geyser to try and slow down my opponent. I think getting, I guess, 3 of my colours in the lands is pretty good. Getting 4 lands towards domain is pretty good. It's just a bit slow, and we might get run over. I think we'll take that risk. At least, yeah, we do have the one spell that can slow them down. Oh, nice Crystal Grotto turn 1. A bit of scrying to find the next land, I guess. Impulse, that's what we want. That's a brilliant spell to top deck. This can just take any card. We'll look for that green mana source. Okay, it's 2 grottos. No, very nice. He doesn't have many... well, I guess he has all the colours of mana, but it comes with attacks, this particular card. And we'll play our 3rd tap land, and we'll do we'll play next. We could have, well, of course, we should have impulsed first to try and get the forest. I guess that maybe that would have made more sense, or the green tap land, which is definitely a possibility in this deck. It's black. It's a Quirion Beastcaller. It's a pretty good card. That'll be way too big for my Meteorite to deal with, so I'll impulse in response. There. Okay. The issue we have here, we do not have a land. That's a green spell we cannot cast. We go for the Voda Sea Scavenger, which will basically give me another scry. We'll have another chance to find a land. Untapped land, that's nice. It's a white land, but so not the best draw. And we have Tolarian Geyser for when this thing gets out of control. I think we'll Sea Scavenger now, and we can look at the top 4. And there's the forest. Shame, yeah, we have to ignore the Defiler of Vigor, but there you go. And we just hope he does not have a mill spell. We could put combat research on this guy, but it's asking for trouble, I would say. He could even have sorcery speed removal to take it out. If he doesn't play a creature now, I'll be pretty happy. He didn't play a creature. Interesting. Okay. So we do have the potential for a Meteorite here. I'm going to go for it. He might have something at flash speed. But take that risk. Okay, pretty good. Oh, and that's even got mana. I can put combat research on this guy. He might have instant removal. I'll take that risk. Very nice. So I think fair to say we both had extremely slow starts. Okay, citizen's arrest on my dude. Bound to happen, really, if you think about it. Right. Now, there is a chance he could make me discard a card. But I can double spell for 6 mana here. Magnigoth Sentry and Nishoba Brawler. Keep a swamp in hand. He's still got 6 cards in hand. He can hit every colour of mana, but some of his spells he won't be able to play a 5 mana spell. He can only play a 4 mana spell because he's got the Crystal Grotto tax. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Cool, he's going to make my stuff more expensive. Bog Badger is going to be expensive, fair enough. We'll play the Bog Badger and kick it. Swing for 9. And we'll play the Swarm. Now he has a Shanna. Okay. Well, that's big. Okay, I think we trade off with a Peacekeeper. Doesn't have first strike or anything like that. 3/3 for 3/3. Because we can just Geyser the Shanna like that. Swing for 9. Okay. That wasn't too bad. So I guess it's not a 0-3 deck at the very least. Even though, yeah, we had an interesting hand without that. It did have 4 colours of mana, but no green. But we eventually fixed that with our top decking Impulse and then the Merfolk. But yeah, you could definitely see a red-white aggro deck doing very well against either of our starts there. Okay, we've got the 2 main colours. We've got green, we've got blue. We can't cast the white spell. We've got a 2-drop creature, that's very good. And then one more land and we'll get access to the Geyser, which draws a card, and the next creature. So it's a little bit dicey, but we'll keep it. What I've got to pay attention to, I always forget, is who's actually going first. It's very important. It actually favours us. If you've only got a 2-lander, I tend to keep it if I'm going second, so that you get that extra card. And so that's worked out well for us. Now we're going to have access to Bog Badger and the Geyser. We don't have double blue yet for Silver Scrutiny, but we won't worry about that. Another land is nice. It was all tap lands last time, and now it's all our basics. Okay, 2/1. Gains 2 life. Okay, can't cast Shanna, unfortunately. Swing with the Brawler. Play a Bog Badger. That's getting taken out. Okie doke. 2 damage from that guy. Okay, so we have hit a white land. So this will let us kick the Geyser and let us play Shanna as well. And this pumps the Brawler, so doing slightly more damage. Right, okay. Well, that's nice. We can meet his big creature with my own big creature. Right, so I want to think about Tolarian Geyser here. think I like the idea of Defiler of Vigor. He might have removal, he might have his next Extinguish the Light. He's got 2 cards left. But Defiler would set up a really good turn. Next turn I could Shanna and Tolarian Geyser, because I can get the 2 life discount of Shanna, and it would also pump my creatures. So, Animal Green Widow. He has 2 mana left. What's the 2 mana removal spell? Ooh, take 7 damage. Right, 2 mana removal spell. Well, that's going to be the combat trick that makes this a 6/5 indestructible. I reckon. I'll do note blocks. Okay, there's a forest. Right, okay, I've spotted the problem. Yeah, we still can't cast these 2 because it's only the green mana that you can get a discount on. So Shanna will tap all of our lands, unfortunately. Tricky one. Okay, let's Tolarian Geyser now with the kicker on the worm. Gain 3 life. Cool. This guy's got Reach and Trample. I think I'm kind of losing the race a little bit here. So we're just going to swing with Defiler of Vigor, keep the Brawler back. We do know he's got a combat trick, don't we? Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, it was a bite down, so it's taken that guy out. Fair enough. Oh no, he's got Shield Dread. Oh, that's not fair. And we're already really low on life, so I think doesn't look good for me right now. But I can actually double spell. I can Shanna and Librarian. Yeah, let's just go for it. Shanna and the Librarian. Look for that. Do we have another removal card that's going to work? Combat Research isn't quite going to work because we don't have a way of getting through, so we'll just get rid of that. That's not very useful right now. And sure, he has a Tear Asunder for Shanna. So yeah, combat trick for the Defiler, Tear Asunder for Shanna. And a Shieldred. Because why not? And Silver Scrutiny is kind of bad because it kills me now. Right, well, we can get a Griffin Protector to protect my life total a little bit. Feels like a pretty good draw, right? Getting Llanowar Green Widow, Tear Asunder, Extinguish the Light, Bite Down, and Shieldred. Seems like a decent deck, to be honest. Meza Cavalier's not too bad either. Right, my turn. So, last card, this has to do something amazing, or we die. So, it's not going to do it for me. It's not going to keep me alive. They've got no life gain. We could just Silver Scrutiny ourselves to death. Sure. I think it's a good game. Sure, he has an evolved sleeper as well. Why not? Let's go out in style. Hey, wait. Alright. Okay, I got to draw the cards and then all the triggers went off. Cool. Right. Next one. Not such a good hand. We've only got green mana. We've only got 2 lands. If we can draw a land, the Librarian, could be very good. Then we've got expensive things. 1 land gets us Bog Badger as well. I think because we're going first, we're not drawing the extra card, we have to mulligan this. Okay, so this is a bit like our first game. We've managed to get no forests, but we've got all blue spells. We have, oh fantastic, look, Combat Research, Pixie Illusionist. That's ridiculous. So, and Impulse is good, and I think we can put Tidepool Turtle on the bottom. So, yep, keep 6. Does he have early removal, is the question. So, gotta start Island Illusionist. Don't play a tap land. And the game is going to crash on me. That's good timing, isn't it? So I'm probably going to miss my first turn. Yeah, let's just... oh, let's give it... MTGA, not responding. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's close the program and open it again. We might get a chance to play our first turn before it... Don't search for a solution, just get rid of it and let me load it again. The perfect opening hand, wouldn't you know it? Okay. Bound to happen if you think about it. Please go away. Thank you. It's gone away. Please send that away. Right. Try again. I'm going to load up. I guess there go all my timeouts. But it happens. Okay, we're currently waiting. That's good. That's a start. Let's see if we get to do our turn 1. You know, if I knew this was going to happen, I'd have played a tap land. Ready. Come on. Let's get in. Okay. Okay. No, that one. That one. That option. Yes, we have 0. Oh, really? Oh yeah, we did miss a turn, right. Yeah, I see. We did miss a turn. Okay, I don't get to say anything. So he's ready to blow up my dude. Now, I could impulse at the end of his turn. That's a reasonable option, isn't it? I think. He's got open mana like that. I do not like the look of it. It says lightning strike to me. Okay, impulse. Okay, we do really want a forest. We can't cast these green things anyway. We clearly need the forest. That's all there is to it. We're going to hold off on combat research and keep playing things out, trying to get to land number 5. Oh, that would be nice. Let's get to land number 5 though. Is that the correct play? So I can play Meteorite, or do I just play Shanna? She'll attract the removal, I guess. I don't know what to do there, honestly. I think I like that. That's fine. Right, end the turn. Oh, it's tense. It's ominous. Of course, when we get to 7 mana, so that happens, which is pretty good. Right, 2 damage to any target. So I could shoot him for 2. Because we do want to ramp. We could do combat research now. And it means one less removal for Shanna. I think that's reasonable. Adapting to, you know, the situation. And we're going to draw Shanna, which is cool. Now he's going to cast his 4/4 reach, I would guess. Choking Miasma. Okay, right, no. He had a sorcery speed removal. Okay. To get a 2/1. Well, no, a 3/1. I suppose I did get a card off that. Herd Migration actually is playable this turn and gets me full 3/3s, right? Just missing a mountain. I think that seems good. See if he's got another sweeper. And if he makes me discard a card, I'll be sad. Okay, he's got a blocker. So yeah, that's why he was doing nothing. He was just waiting for me to clunk up the board with a few more 2 toughness creatures. That makes sense. So I guess what I should have done before I started this is look up all of the Dominaria instance. I do have them here. Okay. Green instance. Gaia's Might is a Dominion based bomb spell. Yeah, there's a lot of things he could have here. Let's chuck 1/3/3 there. Let's chuck 1/3/3 and another 3/3 there. And maybe another 3/3 there. See how that does. Okay, interesting. Drag to the bottom. Nice. He had another sweeper spell. Love it. I just gotta. Okay, I've been muted. So the old double sweepers. It happens. Okay, 3/3 flyer. We're gonna die pretty soon, I guess. Sure. Gonna die a lot sooner. Wasn't it nice that I got to play my Herd Migration against the Drag to the Bottom deck? Sure, so just 15 power on the board there, and I'll draw another land. I can't even say good game. Yeah, did not play around the sweepers there, I guess. Oh well. Had the little connection problem, so I didn't get my my turn 2 swing in with combat research. That could have made all the difference. But it happens. Right. So island, plain, swamp. So yeah, no forests once again. We notice. We definitely keep this. It's pretty healthy with my domain strategy. I guess let's go for the white-black land, I think. And yeah, white-blue. Yeah, and let's do an untapped island and play Librarian. Okay, he's countered, sure. It's all the fun of getting to go second. Now this is what I need. This is another ramp card. Yeah, it puts you right on the battlefield like that. Now we're not going to find any green, I guess. Okay. Do we Silver Scrutiny now for 2 cards? Or do we wait, do tap land and do it for 3 next turn? I'm going to go greedy in a way. I'm going to wait till next turn. We'll do kind of nothing this turn. Just see. So he gets a 1/1 and then something gets pumped. Okay. Okay, Elfheim Worm. Great. So yeah, maybe we should have done the 2-point Silver Scrutiny. How bad is the pump spell? So that's a +3. So we're looking at 9 damage next turn. Okay. Maybe it's just Tolarian Geyser for the on the worm. It takes 5 power off the table. And we gain 3 life. Seems okay, and we draw a card as well. I mean, yeah, it's a deck where it's challenging to get the right mana. That's just the reality of this. Okay, it's going to make 2 1/1 soldiers. Interesting, okay. Okay, I think now it's time for tap land. If we remember, he actually played Urtai's Scorn. I mean, I'm thinking he could have another counter spell. That said, I'd have to discard a card if I draw 3 now. I'm pretty sure he's tapping out for creatures this turn. But he could play around it. He could drop a land and still have 3 mana up. Okay, that's interesting. Can pump his creatures with that. Captain's cool. Okay, nice. So he's going to draw all of his cards. Okay, fair enough. And we'll draw 3. We're still trying to fix our mana, unfortunately. Can't seem to draw green in about half the games. And we hit a Meteorite. That's something. It could be worse. Facing an army. I don't know why every domain deck I play against, they seem to just hit their mana without any trouble. Okay. Meteorite, just blow something up. So Soldier will do, I think. And play the Shanna probably into removal. But it's my own, I guess it's my only chance. But I'd managed to draw all 3 of my white sources before I drew a forest, which is quite impressive. Okay, yeah. Guess what? He has removal. What a surprise. It doesn't even trigger my lifelink. Right, before I get carried away. Okay, can't class Tatyova, so we don't have access to things. We do have herd migration. That'll get us 4 3/3s. That possibly saves us. 7. That's 8 mana. What else can we do? I think we can do a Pixie Illusionist as well. So that's something. Seven mana. Yeah, we only get 1 mana left over. And play the Illusionist as well. So we've been through 19 cards. Haven't seen a green source yet. I think there's 8 or 9 in the deck. It happens. Okay, gets to scry top of his deck. Okay, I see that's a little elf that gets some bonuses. I don't see any reach on his side of the board. That's good. Okay, I guess it's a double block of the worm. Block human. 3 get through. What's the bad news? Heroic Charge, of course he has Heroic Charge. Why would he not have Heroic Charge in his tokens deck? So yeah, he takes out all of my guys, naturally. Okay, combat research. Finally, we get to put it on the Pixie Illusionist and swing in. Even have Sure Up in our hand. I mean, it's just the perfect situation. You still can't play Tatyova. We didn't hit. Still didn't hit a forest. 21 cards into the deck. Let's see if we can find a forest with Voda Sea Scavenger. Yes, there is the forest. Wow, we did it. We did it. It looks like it was 4 cards down as well. Would have been 4 more turns. We've got 4 mana left. Most sensible thing. What's that to do? Could actually play. Could keep mana up for Sure Up. I think we should. Yeah, just play that. Everything, sure. No, you trade off there, and you take out Stalker, and then I guess I'll die. Oh well. I don't think we had the best of luck tonight, to be honest with you. Yeah, first game was pretty straightforward, but... So game 2 we ran into Sheoldred, and some other stuff, like the Llanowar Great Spider or something like that. But yeah, Sheoldred was just decisive in that game. Game 3, we had the perfect opening hand. Well, we mulliganed and then we got our 1 mana flyer and our combat research, and then we lost connection to the server. By the time I got in, it was turn. I missed my first turn. It didn't seem like a good time to cast combat research at that point. So that could have completely changed the complexion of the game. Just hitting my opponent with a combat research creature. Because after I play the librarian, he has the -2/-2 board sweeper. And I think, yeah, I had played combat research as well, I think. And then I played more creatures, and he had another board sweeper. I played the. I did actually get my beasts out. Let's have a look at the deck. I actually cast Herd Migration twice, which is that's pretty good. That's quite satisfying. I got 4 3/3s each time, and first time I played it, it ran into the black domain sweeper. Right. Minus X, where X minus X, where X is equal to domain. That's after he'd already played the uncommon sweeper to clear my first couple of creatures. So that didn't feel great, but and then he just overwhelmed me with creatures after that. That was game 3, and then game 4 we just saw the token deck overwhelm me with heroic charge, which is what I've done with when I had my token deck, so that's fair enough. But it's just the frustrating thing was not finding any green mana until I think, yeah, we did. It was 23 cards down into the deck. The first, the first forest. We did hit a meteorite on the way, to be fair. So we did have we were able to that's what let us cast herd migration, but we just had to look at Defiler of Vigor and Tatyova in our hand because they couldn't do anything with them. But yeah, but we completely lost on tempo anyway that game. So you just had a huge board which we couldn't really do much about. And he was able to use the heroic charge, and so that traded off all of the herd migration beasts as well. Yeah, but I know. I think it was fun putting the deck together. I had fun in game 1. Yes. After that, not so much. But yeah, game 2, yeah, absolutely fine. He played out his bombs and destroyed me. I think it's game 3 is the frustrating one, and game 4 is a classic mana screw, which we've seen many times before. So, and you're asking for it with a kind of a 3-color deck. You're going to get mana screwed, but there you go. A couple of double green cards as well. But I did want it. First time I tried playing Tatyova, but yeah, not able to cast her, unfortunately, this time around. I suppose, obviously, I could try and cut it down to 40 cards. That would make it a bit more consistent. Just to make sure the all of your fixing cards, you know, you're that much more likely to draw them. Yeah. Still, I tried. I gave it a go. Yeah, anyway. That's, yeah, well, I think that is another video. I think I will probably have added this to the decks. We'll claim our rightful 400 gems. Still above 10,000 gems, that's nice. Okay, and thanks for watching.